When I was growing up, sometimes my father would take me out of school for lunch and let me go home. I would watch The Price is Right and eat a TV dinner. And my favorite TV dinner during that time was Salisbury Steak. I didn't know anything about it. I really don't know that much more about it now, but we will explore on today's WTF. Today's sponsor is Pig Chaser, and you can check him out online at pigchaser.com. Pig Chaser currently has 4 different types of barbecue sauce on the market. Today we are looking at their habanero barbecue sauce, which is really nice. It has a sweet component, but it definitely has a kick to it. I think that you could use the habanero barbecue sauce on top of Salisbury steak. Of course, you can put it on top of anything else that you're barbecuing, like ribs or chicken, or you can throw some of this with some pork shoulder in a crock pot overnight. Beautiful. Check them out online at pigchaser.com and give their habanero barbecue sauce a go today. So, Salisbury steak. You may be thinking that it comes from a specific type of cow, the Salisbury cow, or perhaps it is a cut of the steak, the Salisbury, right below the dingleberry and to the left of the brisket. No, my friend. Salisbury steak comes from a gentleman. The gentleman's name was Sir Henry Salisbury. He wasn't really a sir, and he wasn't really British, but he certainly was American, and he had some interesting ideas. So J.H. Salisbury was this doctor in the 1800s who had this idea that if we eat more protein and less carbohydrates, we are going to lose weight and be healthier. He was like the great-great-grandfather to the Atkins diet and the whole slow-carb movement. So what did he come up with? Well, he came up with a dish called Salisbury steak, which is basically a ground beef patty that's supposed to look like a steak, but really just looks like a messed up hockey puck. And it's cooked, and it's supposed to be served with gravy and mashed potatoes. Dr. Salisbury, not very carb-friendly. And with that, you're wondering, how does this guy consider this health food? Well, according to Dr. Salisbury, he believed that a meat-heavy diet was really good for our digestive system. In fact, he believed that our diet should consist of at least 2/3% meat. And he advocated the consumption of Salisbury steak up to 3 times a day. But in the 20th century, Salisbury steak started to go by the wayside because this other hockey puck-like beef dish called the hamburger came out, and it became popular until World War I, and then people didn't like Germany, and the fact that hamburgers were from Hamburg made people go, no thanks, give me the Salisbury steak. Nowadays, you can find Salisbury steak being served by lunch lady Doris in your child's cafeteria, or you can get it in your frozen food aisle in a TV dinner. Fun fact, in Japan they have their own version of this, which they call hanbagu, which basically sounds like hamburger to me. The Russians also have a version which they just call minced cutlet. Today we're going to make a classic version from scratch right now. In a large bowl, mix together 1.5 pounds of ground beef with 1/3 of a 10-ounce can of condensed French onion soup. Add 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, salt and black pepper, and mix this together, then shape it into 5 or 6 oval patties. In a large skillet over medium-high heat, brown both sides of the patties and pour off any excess fat. In a small bowl, blend together 1 tablespoon of flour with 1/4 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of mustard powder, and the remaining onion soup. Pour it over the meat, cover, and cook for 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. Then just serve it and enjoy. Now, this goes really well with some egg noodles. You could also make mashed potatoes, or you can go with one of the root vegetables that we've covered in the show and do something like mashed celery root if you want to have less starch in your diet than a potato. Tune in tomorrow for another What's This Food? Be sure to check out our sponsor, pigchaser.com. And if you have something you want me to cover, you can post it in the comments below, or if you're on YouTube, leave a video response to this message. I will see you tomorrow.